Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Welcome to Beyond Classic Rock. Today, got a complimentary quad coming your way, man. Complimentary quad featuring the music of Porcupine Tree. Had a quad done before with Porcupine Tree. Very, very well received. And so this, I guess, in a way, is a follow-up. Same person doing the recommendations, man. So, we're going to start with Strip the Soul, followed by The Sound of Muzak, M-U-Z-A-K, followed by Shallow, and then Blackest Eyes. That's live in 2006. Before I pop this off, man, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to Bayou Maccabi. Bayou, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you sending the links and doing the recommendation here for a Porcupine Tree follow-up. So Bayou has a note. He says, "Hi Wayne, I want to thank you again for that great quad reaction." I guess that was the previous Porcupine Tree one. "And I think that overall it was a hit with everyone based on the comments. In particular, it seems that there is a lot of positive feedback on the Porcupine Tree Anestheses reaction. Apparently, we have some Porcupine Tree fans in our community, plus some who are new to the band that might be interested in exploring them a little further. So if you're also interested in getting to know Porcupine Tree better at some point in the future, here's a quick Porcupine Tree quad for you to hold on to, for you to pull it out when you're ready to dig further into more of the great music they have to offer. All these songs are 5 minutes in length or less, and they're all great. Thanks again, brother. You're much appreciated. Much peace and love. God bless." Thank you very much, Bayou. Appreciate it, man. So let's hit this up, man. Starting with Strip the Soul. My link isn't loading. Hang on, y'all. I gotta refresh the page. Hang on a sec. Technology glitches. Okay, here we go, man. Porcupine Tree, Strip the Soul. Let's get it. does this to make you think it would be a great soundtrack for a movie. That's where it belongs. I'm still not getting the full gist of the meaning, but it's very, very fitting for the soundtrack of some sort of a film effort, some sort of a movie or something like that. Nice. I was thinking it was about internal struggles, overcoming something to become something better. But I'm thinking that this is quite literal about I was trying to hear what's being said in the radio. Strip the soul. That was excellent. It was a trip, man. From beginning to end, it was a trip, let me tell you. And the only thing wrong with it is that it's too short. It could have been extended into a 10-minute odyssey, taking you on a cerebral like the Pink Floyds and things of that sort, the King Crimsons. Yeah, hey, that was excellent, man. I gotta dig a little deeper as to the meaning of the song. I don't want to venture guesses because I feel that I'm going to be wrong. But it isn't just about overcoming something internal, overcoming your evil nature and your inclinations to become something better, something more moral. It isn't just as simple as that. I think this is actually about confronting evil of some sort, or maybe it's coming from the point of view of an evil person. Not sure. I'm gonna have to do it again, look at it again, get the lyrics in front of me this time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read the lyrics because I'm not catching it in full, man. I like the mental exercise of interpretation, but sometimes I'm lost, and I'll admit it. I'm a little bit lost. I have an idea, but not getting the full picture of it. But yeah, besides that, great musicianship, man. They really employ a lot of great little breaks in there, the acousticness, and then the guitar solo, it sounds something like Robin Trower on the guitar, If you were to say to me, that's Robin Trower playing that guitar solo, I would believe you without hesitation, man. It's got that element. These guys are great musicians. And whoever the singer is, dig his work too. His vocals are very, very on point, very calculated, very clear. You don't have to strain to understand. I understood every single word that he was singing. I like that, man. I like that very much. And the music did not overlap onto his vocals, where you got to strain now because his vocals are being kind of dumbed down because of the music. Really, really good quality, man. Excellent. Strip the Soul. And like I said, man, this sounds like it belongs to some sort of movie project or something like that, I mean, if I was creating a movie project, I would have this song. I would employ this song. Something that maybe Rob Zombie is doing, a haunted house or, something like that. This would come in very, very good. All right, man. So let's do this. Let's, in my last Porcupine Tree quad, I also did kind of like an intro of the band. Let's skip that because, you can go check that out. And if you want kind of like a band intro. So let's go straight to the song details in this one, man. So, Strip the Soul. Okay, so it's album info rather than song details. Strip the Soul appears on In Absentia. In Absentia is the 7th studio album by British progressive rock band Porcupine Tree, first released on the 24th of September 2002. The album marks several changes for the band, with it being the first with new drummer Gavin Harrison, and the first to move into a more heavy metal and progressive metal direction, contrary to past albums' psychedelic and pop rock sounds. Additionally, it was their first release on a major record label, Lava Records. It was very well received critically and commercially, with it often being considered the band's crowning achievement and selling over triple what any of the band's prior albums had in the past. Concept. While not a formal concept album, many of the songs still have common themes related to serial killers, youthful innocence gone wrong, and criticisms of the modern world. The album's title is also tied into this, with the phrase being Latin for in absence, or in one's absence, often in reference to a person's rights when mentally unable to represent in court in legal situations. Wilson said of the title, quote, "It comes from, it's related to some of the lyrics. It's about people on the fringes, on the edges of humanity and society. I have an interest in serial killers, child molesters, and wife beaters, not in what they did, but in the psychology of why. What caused them to become unhinged and twisted? Why are they unable to emphasize? It's in absentia, sort of a metaphor. There's something missing, a black hole, a cancer in their soul. It's an absence in the soul. Yeah, so I think I was right in Strip the Soul. It is coming from the point of view of somebody who is quote unquote evil. You know what I mean? That's the point of view. Okay, that's why I wasn't catching it in full. Reception. Reception for the album has been positive. It was Metal Storm's number 2 of the top 20 albums of 2002 and number 46 on the top 200 albums of all time. AllMusic strongly praised the album, stating that overall, the album has the most immediate appeal of anything Wilson has released under this moniker up to this point. By keeping the songs at manageable lengths and avoiding the avant-garde electronica flourishes of the band's early days, Porcupine Tree has grown into a fully realized pop group without cutting any of the elements that also make them an important force in the neo-progressive movement." Unquote. Wow, excellent. That's a really good review, and not surprised it's coming from AllMusic. Pop Matters similarly praised it, calling it an impressive album that drips with King Crimson's progressive rock influence. Yo, man, see? I'm on my shit. I said King Crimson, didn't I? Yo. But what sets this album apart is that Steven Wilson, the band's frontman who wrote the songs and produced the album, was clearly set upon constructing intelligent, popular music. Unquote. Excellent. Another really nice, great review. The surround sound version of the album won the award for the best 5.1 mix at the 2004 Surround Sound Music Awards in LA. In a 2009 interview, Wilson acknowledged that both he and his general fan base have come to view the album as the crowning achievement and the best album of his career so far. The album has sold over 100,000 copies worldwide, which was stated to be over 3 times as much as any of their prior albums at that point. The album sold 45,000 copies in the US alone, compared to the 2,000 copy range of prior albums. Damn, that is a significant leap. That is a quantum leap, are you kidding me? As of 2005, it has sold 120,000 copies. All right, man. So, that is Wikipedia Song Fact Info on, the album In Absentia, where Strip the Soul appears. And our next track also appears on In Absentia. That is The Sound of Muzak. M-U-Z-A-K. All right. Porcupine Tree, The Sound of Muzak. Let's get it.
Hear the sound of music drifting in the aisles, elevator Prozac stretching on for miles. Music of the future will not entertain. It's only meant to repress and neutralize your brain. So get squeezed out, edges get lost. Demographic gives what you want. One of the wonders of the world is going down. It's going down, I know. It's one of the blunders of the world, and no one cares. No one cares enough.
Wow. They're singing about it.
Now the sound of music comes in silver pills, engineered to suit you, building cheaper thrills. The music of rebellion makes you wanna rage. but it's made by millionaires who are nearly twice your age.
Oh my God. This is an attack on the industry. The industry is being run by a bunch of
the world is going down. It's going down, I know. It's one of the blunders of the world, and no one cares. No one cares.
one of the blunders of the world.
One of the wonders of the world is going down. It's going down, I know. It's one of the blunders of the world, and no one cares. No one cares enough.
The music industry today is creating a bunch of soulless music, and it's only formatted in order to make a couple of people wealthy. They don't care about creative expression anymore. It's more formulaic. What I've often said before, these guys are singing.
One of the wonders of the world is going down. It's going down, I know. It's one of the blunders of the world, and no one cares. No one cares.
No one cares enough.
One of the wonders of the world is going down. It's going down, I know. It's one of the blunders of the world, and no one cares. No one cares enough.
Wow. These guys aren't fooling around. They're not singing about some trivial love nonsense. No sappy ass love songs, no broken heart romantic nonsense. These guys are singing about some serious, serious stuff. The Sound of Music. Okay. Yeah. So it's about the industry, man. It's an attack on the industry and how the industry have lost their way. One of the wonders of the world is going down. And it's now one of the blunders of the world because it's being controlled by people who it's all about profit generations. They don't care about artistic creativity and expression and freedom or anything like that anymore. In this day and age, if you took an Elton John and if you took, let's say, a Led Zeppelin and you said, yeah, you guys have a decent enough sound, but I want you to follow this formula of production, this manner of creativity, conform to this pattern, then it certainly would not be the great Elton John, the great Led Zeppelin. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are saying that is the element of how music is so soulless today because they're taking out the key element of what made music great back in the day. That renaissance of creativity is no longer there because it's not fully in the hands of the masters who are doing the creating. They're stripping the soul out of the music. There's an original element that's missing, and every single damn piece of music seems to have a certain beat structure, a certain formula, and it's all sounding the same, and it gives you the same empty feeling. In one ear, gone the next, you know. You hear it one day, you beat your head to it, and then it's gone. In comes the next one. It's not long lasting like Tiny Dancer, Yellow Brick Road, Stairway to Heaven. You know what I'm saying? That was the crowning jewel, crowning moment, the renaissance of creativity. That's what these guys are singing about. That is what's missing in the music today. Good on you guys, man. All right, so you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, okay. So The Sound of Music also appears on In Absentia, and I won't go through the read again. So let's just jump to our next track, man. But wow, I really like this The Sound of Music. That was excellent, man. All right, Shallow is our next track, man. All right, Porcupine Tree, Shallow. Oh, before we get it, hang on 1 sec. Gonna be back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Someone at my door. All right, Porcupine Tree. Are we rolling? Yeah, we're rolling. Porcupine Tree, Shallow. Let's get it. lone wolf is not so much mad at the world, but more disgusted by its present state and wants very, very little to do with it. Good song. Shallow. And he's sitting and he's probably ready to rock and roll at a drop of a hat. Probably ready to do someone harm right off without even thinking. Yeah, that's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting, that it's, like how static electricity has that potential. It's the same way. He's just charged up, ready to go at any moment. But that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. Good musicianship on it again. Really good vocals. I think it's Wilson. Really excellent vocalist, man. So, Shallow. Shallow is a single by British progressive rock band Porcupine Tree, taken from the Dead Wing album, released in January 2005, exclusively in the US for radio broadcast purposes. The song managed to enter the Billboard's Hot Mainstream Rock Tracks chart, peaking at number 26 without the help of any music video. A European version of the single was first intended but rejected at the last minute, even though it had already started being manufactured. The band and their management asked to destroy all copies, but a few made their way to the surface and were sold at some German and Polish stores. The management quickly bought all the remaining copies and sold them signed only at the shows for €40. Shallow was featured in the movie and on the soundtrack for the film Four Brothers, in which credits Colin Edwin curiously appears as Colin Balch. He is also credited under the name in the manuscript book for Deadwing. Okay, so that's song info, album info. The album is based on a screenplay written by Steven Wilson and Mike Benyon, and is a ghost story. Wilson has stated that the songs Deadwing, Lazarus, Arriving Somewhere But No, Not Here, Open Car, and Mellotron Scratch were originally intended for the film's soundtrack, but when the project failed to find funding, they were instead recorded for the next Porcupine Tree album. The album versions of Lazarus and Open Car essentially remain Wilson solo tracks onto which Gavin Harrison overdubbed drums. The album produced two singles, Shallow and Lazarus. Shallow also appeared in the movie Four Brothers. It can be heard as background music in a bar. The album also produced music videos for Lazarus, Start of Something Beautiful, and Glass Arm Shattering. The album includes collaborations with King Crimson's Adrian Bello, who plays guitar solos on the title track Deadwing and Halo, and Opeth's Mikkel Ackerfeldt, who adds vocal harmonies on Deadwing, Lazarus, and Arriving Somewhere But Not Here. He also plays the second guitar solo on Arriving Somewhere But Not Here. In 2017, Scope Records produced the album as well as the previous In Absentia and remastered both for 2018 release on Scope Records, citing less compression and overall improvement in sound quality. Background and concept. Wilson described the album as a surreal ghost story and said that the idea is ultimately that this album will form a kind of companion with the feature film. He stated that David Lynch and Stanley Kubrick were major influences for the script. While introducing the song Lazarus during the Shepherd's Bush Empire concert in December 2005, Steven Wilson explained that this song was about a mother communicating with her son from the grave. Damn. You know what I started to think as soon as I read that? I started to think of Lady Stoneheart. If any of you know what the hell I'm talking about, let me know. On the 1st of September 2006, Steven Wilson announced in his blog that Mike Benyon, co-writer of the Deadwing screenplay, had released the first 15 pages of the story. The film script, thus far, has made several connections to the album, including a reference to the line in Mellotron's scratch, "A tiny flame inside my hand," the man mentioned in Lazarus' "My David, don't you worry," and to the artwork in the album's cover insert. Man, all of these concept album ideas flying around. Everybody's got some sort of a script idea. Even I have a script idea. And funny enough, it's actually about a ghost. Let me know what you think about that. If you want to hear more about it, message me and I'll kind of send you a synopsis of what it is. On the 3rd of January 2019, Steven Wilson posted on Facebook that he and Benyon had recently reactivated and rewritten the script with a view to trying again to make the film, but that the name of the script had changed. Wilson also revealed that the David from the song Lazarus is the main character in the Deadwing script. Okay, there we go. Awards. Deadwing won the Best Made for Surround Title Award for the 2005 Surround Music Awards and was voted number 2 album of the 2005 in Vision and Sound, which is the most widely distributed U.S. magazine in the field of home electronics and entertainment. In addition to this, the album won the Album of the Year award for the 2005 Classic Rock Magazine Awards. The album was named as one of the Classic Rock's 10 essential progressive rock albums of the decade. Wow, man. Porcupine Tree is just on it, man. Alright, so that's Wikipedia Song Fact info for Shallow, and for the album it's on. So, okay, so we're going back to In Absentia again, and this time it's Blackest Eyes, and it's live. Alright, Blackest Eyes, live. Let's get it. Two 2006.
loose inside my head. I got books I never ever read. I got secrets in my garden shed. I got a scar where all my urges bled. Got people underneath my bed. I got a place where all my dreams swim with me into your blackest night.
Their musicianship is on point, man. No difference between their live performance and the studio. It's still tight. His vocals are crisp. I wonder if these guys are still together.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Porcupine Tree. Blackest Eyes. That was excellent, man. Great live performance. You can't ask for a better live performance than that one. That was great, man. Interesting story being told. Yeah, man. Recently, I've really been turned on by the idea of the concept album. And man, I just did Celebration of the Lizard yesterday, the reaction, and I was asking the question, could you imagine if the Doors did a concept album, something on the magnitude of a Tommy or a Quadrophenia? Man, you know, that's the only thing missing out of their chronology, their repertoire. Let me tell you, the concept album. If I was the king of rock and roll, I would go back in time and I'd order all of the great bands, the Jefferson Airplanes, the Led Zeppelins, all of the great bands. Give me a concept album. That's part of your your task, your assignment. Every single one has to give me, because the concept album is so fantastic, tells such a great gripping story, and the music that comes out of that thread of connection is really astounding. I mean, again, look at Tommy, right? Look at Quadrophenia. So I've really been turned on to the notion and the idea of concept albums, and whenever I see concept albums coming my way, I kind of get a little bit excited about it, just because I know I'm going to enjoy the story being told. So, yo, man, fantastic. Even though it's not fully a concept album, but they're leaning towards it, especially this album In Absentia. That's really cool, man. So, now I don't have specific song details here for Blackest Eyes, and I've already read the breakdown for In Absentia, the album that it's on, so I'm not going to reread that. But basically, great album, man, and Porcupine Tree, excellent band. I can understand and see why so many people like them, and why the first quad was so well received, because they've got some hidden jewels, obviously, and I like how they're leaning towards the concept idea, following a specific character in his growth progression and things of that sort. That shit appeals to me big time, man. So yeah, man, let me just scroll down here and just check my notes for the Beyond Classic channel before I bounce, man. Okay, yeah. So I've got reactions in the shoot this week for Jeffrey, Amy, Randy, Freddie, Rob. Got reactions for you guys. Still running a bit on the late side with my life and my job and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So thank you very much in advance for a number of you patrons who have not pestered my ass. Thank you very much for that. Still running a little bit late though. So that's what I got loaded in the shoot for this channel. And where this channel is concerned going forward, I'm very happy with the way it's going so far, and this great mix of music. every single reaction is completely different. From progressive metal one day to reggae the next day, to we had some jazz, we've had some classical, we've had some Latin grooves, we've had all manner of things, you know. And I'm still appreciating the Johnny Nash reaction. And even though his passing was not as big in news as Eddie's was, because they both passed on the same day, you know, the people who really like and appreciate Johnny Nash really embrace that reaction. So thank you very much for that. Great tribute to Johnny Nash if you guys haven't seen it. And if you want to know who Johnny Nash is, go check that out. And it'll probably, if you're older than 30, it'll probably ring a familiar bell to you. You know what I'm saying? So check out Johnny Nash, man. The great Johnny Nash. So back to Porcupine Tree, man. These guys are really skilled, and they've got all of the tools and the essentials to be as household as King Crimson. Absolutely, man. So, man, again, Bayou, thank you very much for this recommendation, man, providing the links. And I'm sure that the subscribers are going to dig this quad just as much as the previous one. So thanks very much for that. Anyways, everyone, I'm going to bounce, man. So take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you in my next quad. Peace.